The packing production in England has been charged of exaggeration the sum of its plasticity how gets processed. Waste management consulting Eunomia estimates formal figures above state the number of plasticity packing shipped for recirculation by on a tertiary lot of which does go in the waste management flow may be of such a impoverished quality assurance it cannot be de-used, its paper told. An production representative told he was really sure of the precision of the information of packing firms. But Eunomia argues how the production's figures just do not coincide in the sum of plasticity, in fact in the waste management flow. So who does the calculations? And who is manufacturing? Certainly how companies get it law. So, packing firms include to get portion in by the government approved schemes by which is named as manufacturer liability. The obliges them to buy a letter of credit, a packing restoration mention, PRN, of a recirculation company to promote to increasing recirculation. DIFRA says the scheme grown £50 meter in 2016. The cash money was to be utilized for powerhouse in the recirculation framework via growing gallery and handling of recyclables. But critics say the schema is so non-transparent it is difficult to speak precisely how the cash is consumable. Regional councils, that include to run waste management gallery and garbage services, complain about they do not see a penny of it. The framework is translucent since each canister departure onto the marketplace has to be recorded for the deposit account. So the coincide of processed bottles and cans is relying on actual numbers, not estimates. The packing production is calling ministers to adhere in the present PRN schema, that it says is more profitable. It is offered to do the framework more than translucent and to growth the sum grown for increasing recirculation. The Environmental Secretariat Michael Gove is anticipated to do a judgment on the question following Easter. But Eunomia's Dominic Hogg countered, not one believes these figures. He told while packing was located on the marketplace it is pure, dry and complementary of additional materials such as tag. But while the number of plasticity gathered for recirculation is measurable, the way is pressurized by humidity, hazardous materials and tag. Else issue may be how volumes of plasticity packing located on the marketplace are relying on estimates stipulated by the packing production himself. These firms, Eunomia claims, include slight stimulus to provide exact information since the more than plasticity they put on the marketplace, the greater their recirculation draft via the PRN framework. He told strong system were in location to evolve sensible estimates of the full packing located on the marketplace. We use the UK's greatest and largest inclusive database of packing weights cover hundreds of thousands of various means to compute the full shipping of packing put on the marketplace. But he did cede the paper-grown challenges above packing related in at-line purchases through national borders, and the reality how several less business community do not now include to do a paper. He told their calculations were audited by the environmental agent, and sharpened out how provided erroneous information is an crime. Dr. Hogg kept how the auditing framework was not tightly quite, addition, same framework of manufacturer liability is lack. It has permitted problems in plasticity packing to increase. He told reformation of the manufacturer liability framework must shape portion of a more than drastic major repair of waste management politics. And added how the PRN schema was run at the minimum price for industry, not the minimum price for community, since taxpayers include to leg the draft for collecting and possessing of waste management. Down there should be a deposit account return schema for drink glass, he told. Or producers of some packing should be loaded charges how very represent how lot processed content it contains, and how so it is processed. Same UK raises the minimum standard of deposit to expenses of producers among all EU state. A representative told it alleged how producers introduced £100 meter a year to recirculation, house among 25% and 30% of which they estimation is the full recirculation draft. He told how Valpak had newly intended how the position is not so bad as it is depicted. The present gallery bet for plasticity drinks glass in the UK is in fact 74%, not the 57%, he told. thanks to curbside gallery system. He added how by the government was examining changes to the PRN framework that could engage an enlarged price stake by producers to foundation particular activities. At the time, 90% of expenses drop on the payer, and the isn't law, she told.